in that second game. But gentlemen, let's talk very quickly about this one in just a few minutes. What would you say about this, Yemi? You still not impressed, despite the fact that they got 3 goals, bouncing back to winning ways?
I counted over 100 mishit passes, and that scares me. I mean, you have players who give the ball away too easily. Okay, you do all you can in the world to wrestle possession from your opponent and win the ball back, only to just give it away.
And then you win the ball back, you don't know what to do with it.
You just don't know what to do. They get caught in possession, even when they do try to pass the ball. At some point, the Cubans were overwhelmed, and at that stage, I thought, okay, fine, even though we were not playing well, take your chances and score. But we just kept throwing them away. There were some players on the field, I don't want to mention it, but there were some players on the field. You wonder in God's name what they were doing on that field. I mean, the scoreline, I wouldn't have been offended with the scoreline. 3-0 is still a good result. It could have been more. But you see, the display for me,
the performance,
the performance and everything was just not right.
Well, for me, we've had plenty of questions about this team coming into the competition itself, and these questions have refused to be answered. Yes, they did, have a tremendous fight back against Portugal, only to lose it again. They showed plenty of character in that game, but their performance, like Yemi highlighted, leaves a lot to be desired. What a team does in possession and when it doesn't have possession is the hallmark of a great team. When you watch the Spanish team at the FIFA Confederations Cup, when we are without the ball, they're even more dangerous than when they're with the ball. And that was what was lacking in this Nigerian team. Yes, you can say they're under 20. Yes, you can say they're inexperienced. But this is a team that has arguably been together for 2 or 3 years. By now, they should have forged some kind of understanding.
Can we say that the fact that this was a must-win game? Yeah, must-win game. Kayode Olarewaju providing the assist in that one, and Aminu putting it away. Can we say the fact that this was a must-win game? I mean, coming on the heels of the first loss, they needed to win this one. It was more about the result than the performance. Now they have the result. We can now begin to expect something better in the next game.
First 25 minutes, there were already 2 goals up. So the nerves were already... The nerves were... I mean, I don't want to mention this. Kayode, they had 3 opportunities, one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
And they even lost a penalty at later
on. Fernando Torres lost a penalty against
No, it's just... Look,
when they was it 6 goals or 7 goals?
If you're going to go far...
Still lost a penalty.
If you're going to go far in a tournament, there are some chances you take. I mean, you will miss chances. It is understandable. You're not going to bury any chance.
That you should just
atrocious, to say the least.
All right, okay. But today, the results, the performance may not have impressed Yemi and Tunde, but surely that goal by Aminu was very impressive. That was a sweet goal.
Yes, like Yemi said, the Wiki Tourist player shows plenty of awareness in the box. We've seen this time and time again, even at the Toulon tournament, at the CAF Under-20 tournament as well.
He was the top scorer.
He has plenty of awareness, and that is good for a penalty box striker. He might not take 40 or 50-yard shots from outside the box, but his awareness in and around the penalty area is particularly key, and he showed those predatory instincts as well again today. Abdul Jalil Ajagun, team captain, leading by example again, top scorer in the tournament with 3 goals already. He has been he has performed above average in a team of average performance. Let's just put it that way. He's doing well so far. I'm pleased for him.
All right. That was how it ended. 3-0 for Nigeria at the end of 90 minutes. The Flying Eagles are back in it. They need a draw from their last game, and they could be through to the next round. But other games played today. In Group A, we had France and the USA play out a 1-1 draw. US equalizing towards the end of the game. We had Ghana lose their second game of the competition. It's not looking good at all for the former champions.
It's finished, actually.
Well, no, there's still a chance, because at the under-20 level, sometimes the third-place team could have a chance of going through.
It's difficult with 3 points. Assuming they win their last game.
We had 3 points in 2009, remember?
And we went through.
And we went through as one of the best losers. All right, so Ghana will have to rely on other results from other groups to find out if they are going to go through or not. And their last game is not even going to be any easier. They're going to be playing against United States of America, which is also a difficult team to play. Nigeria 3 over Cuba. You saw the highlights. And then just now, Portugal, Korea settled for a 2-2 draw. It was a very tight game. The Portuguese were always pegged back anytime they went ahead, and the Koreans, showing plenty of resilience, were able to hold out for a draw. And what that means is that in spite of our 3-0 win over Cuba, we are still third in the group. A good chance of qualifying as one of the best losers, one of the best third-place teams. but surely we want to finish in the top 2. And that means our last game against Korea
It's key.
is more like make or break.
Make or break.
Yeah, make or break. I don't want to say do or die. It's make or break.
I was hoping, when it was 2-1, I was hoping that
it will stay that way.
Yeah, so that it could be a balanced game, an even game. But now they have some sort of an hedge because they're going to have 4 points. We have 3. If there's somebody that's going to be,
they will be playing for a draw in the last game.
There's someone that's going to be
we need to get goals.
More desperate. It will be Nigeria, and sometimes we tend to forget what we are doing in defense. I mean, we know the problems in attack. We create chances, but sometimes in defense we make schoolboy errors, and early on in the game we start chasing it. And if we do that with Koreans that can run for 90 minutes, even extra 30 minutes, those guys are still running. I'm a bit
skeptical.
Yeah.
Okay, let's leave the Flying Eagles alone for a while. We were just doing that to update you with the fact that the Flying Eagles got a good win today, but they are still 3rd in the group, and they will need a win in their last game against Korea to finish in the top 2, which qualifies you automatically for the next round. 3rd place may still be okay, but that's not what Nigerians want. Nigerians want the Flying Eagles to finish in the top 2. And that's what we hope John Obu and the boys will do when they take on Korea in their last game. Let's move to Brazil. The Eagles are out of Brazil. You know the story already, but we need to talk about it for obvious reasons. Spain against Nigeria. 3-0 it ended. It was, how would you guys describe it? Harsh.
I'd say it was a very steep learning curve for the Super Eagles.
I felt that the Spaniards took this game like a friendly. That if they wanted to score more, they could have scored more. Yeah. That's what I feel.
I got that feeling as well. I think they were.
At some point, they just left it at that level.
Let's say the Spanish team were a 5-gear engine. I think they were probably operating around gear 2.
2 throughout the game.
Just minimum.
That's what I think too. That's what I think.
That's why I say it's a steep learning curve for the
And
Super
I'm happy
Eagles.
that the Eagles had to go through this against Uruguay and against Spain, because they can only make us better in terms of the experience.
I'm not disappointed in any way.
Yeah, the experience.
I won't ask for Keshi's head. I'm not going to label some players because I know this was a mirror. When you go to a mirror, you see yourself the way you are.
The Spaniards.
And it sticks in your memory. So we know we are nowhere close to the South American champions. We know we are nowhere close more than European champions. So if we qualify for the World Cup, we see what
there's a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done. A lot of positives, a lot of work to be done. There's hope, and I hope that the NFF also